Everyone, my name is Brooklyn Burkhart, and today I'm going to be explaining to you your parental rights during your child's educational process. So during their educational process, you have many different parental rights, and first of those being a prior written notice. So a prior written notice requires a school to send written explanations of any possible changes in your child's educational plan. This may include anything they are adding, changing, or denying. This written notice must also give a full explanation of what the school plans to or refuses to do. Next, there comes consent to testing. So there are 3 requirements when it comes to informed consent. You, the parent, must know exactly what the school wants to do, how they're planning on testing your child. You must understand and agree in writing, and you should understand that the consent is voluntary and you can withdraw or deny at any time. Next is the parent participation. So you are an equal partner on your child's IEP team, and your input regarding their IEP is valuable. You may not be an expert about special education, but you are an expert on your child, so anything that you can bring to those meetings is very important. Also, you can order or request an IEP meeting at any time. Even if it's not time for an IEP meeting, you can request one. Then there's yearly expectations. So your child should be reevaluated at a minimum once a year to see where they are in their educational process. And you can also request, just like the IEP meeting, you can request for them to be evaluated again, just even before that their time is due. Then there's FERPA and confidentiality. So FERPA stands for the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, and it's a law that protects the privacy of your child's educational records. You have the right to request to see these records, and you can correct them. You also have the right to decide who can view the records, but there is one aspect of schools can release your child's records without your permission if it's for school officials with a legitimate educational reason, or if it's a school your child is transferring to, they can send them without your permission. And also juvenile and justice system authorities, and lastly, appropriate officials in health and safety emergencies. So those are just a few times that the school can release your child's information without your permission. Other than that, you would always have to be notified before they release anything. Next would be native language requirements. So you as a parent must be, like a written notice, the written notice must be in your language. So all written communication from the school must be in a form the general public can understand and must be in your native language. If it's not a written language, the school must take steps to translate it orally, make sure the parents understand the content, and also provide evidence that the requirements have been met. Lastly is due process. So due process is a formal way to resolve disputes with the school about your child's education, and you can only file a due process complaint for special education services and disputes within that. You can present evidence and witnesses at the due process hearing, and each stage has a limited time, a specific time limit, whether that be the complaint, the resolution, the hearing, the appeal, they all have a certain time limit. And lastly, whomever wins may seek reimbursement for attorney fees. So these are just a few parts of the parental rights, and I hope that helped. Thank you.